So, good morning, America. Good morning, YouTube. I literally just woke up. I know, getting a late start. Didn't go to bed till 7 a.m. For all you idiots out here, this is out for a reason. As I always do, I'll focus it for you. Nothing's in there, so don't cry. Shut your mouths. John Lovell, Warrior Poet. Sorry, pausing you for a minute. His wife and him on there. Love watching them. I'm subscribed to them. And also, before I tell this short little story and turn it into a short story, which I could easily turn into like an hour story, but I don't know if my phone will upload that, even though I got the newest iPhone there is. Here's the deal. I was at a bus stop, catching the bus, because I'm on foot. And I don't know if I told this story or not, but I'm going to retell it, even if I did tell it. This gentleman reached up from behind me, 6'5", almost 6'6", tall black dude, 190 pounds easily, and grabbed me real firm on my right shoulder. And I'm a big dude, you see me. I'm 229 pounds, rock solid, dude, not an ounce of fat on me, really. Work out every day. I'm trained, which he didn't know. Had my knife around my neck. He didn't see that out either, So he saw my new iPhone and saw me recording, and I was, recording like this, so I was recording standing up. And he proceeded to still grab onto me. And so at that point, I had to clear with one hand, pull out, and draw. And he saw that immediately and came running around. He came running around. I had him right here at gunpoint. So I had him right here, like this, and then proceeded out like this. And I was like, "What are you doing?" "Oh, whoa. His hands were up. "What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing, brother?" I said, "I'm about to put this 40 in you." And then he backed off and took his hand off his knife, and which I told him to do. And as soon as he did that, I lowered my weapon and was like, "What do you want? What's going on? What do you want? What's going on? What do you want?" "Oh, I was just liking you. I like your new iPhone, and this is how I am the whole time." He's sitting here talking to me. I said, "Okay, yeah." I was like, "Yeah, He's like, "Oh, is that the Pro?" I said, "No, it's the iPhone 11 Pro Max." And ooh, big deal. Everyone's got them, Not everyone, but, a lot of people are getting them that can afford them. Or they can upgrade it. It doesn't matter. People in the hood don't have these phones, though, yet. So he was trying to steal my phone. And, I'm like my dad said, I don't look like a guy that would carry a gun. The way I dress, the way I talk, the way I look. I look really young. You just wouldn't assume that I would carry a gun. So he wasn't ready for that. My point is, after he left, I looked around, holstered the weapon. Point of this story, ladies and gentlemen, is this. Level 2 retention holster. Anything can happen at any time. You need to be prepared. You need to be ready to respond at a moment's notice. If I wouldn't have had my gun on me, I'm not going to lie, he would have been stabbed that day severely. He would have been severely hurt, But because I had the gun, I was able to, most people would have shot him. But because I had the gun, I was able to, not act, and shoot him right away. I was able to assess the situation, see that he had a K-bar knife, see that he was trying to draw it, told him, hey, if you make another move, you will be shot. If you continue to draw and advance towards me with that knife, because it's a big-ass knife, I will shoot you. But he didn't do it. He finished holstering his knife and he walked away. And he acted like he was my friend. No. Point is, I could have shot him and probably got off with self-defense. But I didn't do that. I could have chosen not to draw my gun and drew my knife and cut his ass all up to pieces. I didn't do that. I took the gun out. I presented it to save his life. not mine, his life. In that moment, he doesn't know it. I was saving his life. He had no idea that I was trained. He had no idea without that gun, or even without my knife, I would have killed him quicker than he could blink. I brought that gun out to save his life. Because if I would have had to draw my knife, he would have, especially after he just would have really thought he could still take me. I could tell. He thought he could take me. And he would have been very, very sadly mistaken. And the point of this is that always be prepared and always be ready. You never know what's going to happen. Don't always take the low road, which is what I call it, and just kill somebody or injure somebody. I could have very easily just snapped his arm as soon as he touched me, hunkered down, whoop, boom, came back up and broke his arm and got in position and broke it. I wasn't trying to do any of that, man. I don't want to hurt people. But, that morning I was able to save my life, but mainly the point of the story is, if you focus on what I was just saying, I saved his life. That's the point of the story. Always be ready, always be safe, always be trained, always be alert of your surroundings. If you get caught off guard, know how to respond, and respond immediately and correctly. Respond correctly. That's all I have to say for this morning's video. Take care. God bless, and God bless America. And I mean that every time I say it.